First, I would like to give all honor, praises, and thanks to the God of our fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Great, mighty, and benevolent God, which has blessed us in this dispensation of time, bringing us back from the lands of the captivity, and allowing us once again to tread upon that great and holy land of ours.
Yes, sir.
I greet you in peace. To all the elders of the congregation, it is my eternal prayer that the Most High will give you eternal blessings and peace. I am thankful and I am grateful, and on many occasions very apologetic. But now I understand what it is that you had to go through. And I apologize for those like unto me that took so long to realize and to accept our responsibility.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. To all of the brothers and the sisters that are incarcerated in the penal institutions, the length and breadth of this most ungodly land, it is my prayer that the Holy Spirit will reveal unto you that you have not been forgotten, and neither will you be forsaken.
That's right.
I'm thankful to all of you that have been so patient and so tolerant to remain through great time tribulation, and to allow us still to come and to share with you what I call the gospel of the kingdom.
Yes, sir.
What I would like to do, I'm going to be somewhat brief, but I would like to ask you to pay very close attention and to be patient just a little while longer. For the adversary attempted to place a stumbling block before us today.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that there has to be a great reason why he did not want this message to be delivered in Jacksonville today. As the prince has said, I'm not disappointed by the numbers, for you must be aware that on many occasions that numbers vary.
Yes, sir.
But I always remember that my inspiration comes by my subject.
Go ahead.
And my subject is my God.
Yes, sir.
So if it was just one of you, I would speak unto you as if I was speaking unto the Word.
Yes, sir.
For I have come to ascribe greatness unto the Most High, the Holy One of Israel, the God of all creation. Brothers, sisters, there are only two forces vying for the souls of men on this planet. I want to make this simple. God and Satan. Not three, not four. Every individual on this planet, you that are sitting here, every day, every morning, every evening, before you retire, when you look into the mirror, you've got to ask yourself, which one? Every individual on this planet is worshiping either God or Satan.
That's right.
There is no neutral ground.
That's right, brother.
Together with that, it is utterly impossible to worship both God and Satan simultaneously. And there is no such thing as an agnostic that does not believe in God, that does not worship the devil.
Go ahead.
I want to make this clear. So that means that every individual that is audaciously bold enough to say that they do not believe in God, whether they accept it or not, say it or not, they worship the devil.
That's right.
The worst thing that you could do to a fool is to convince him that he's wise.
Yes, sir.
The best thing that you can do for a fool is to convince him that he's a fool.
Yes.
If you want to help a fool, you've got to make him understand that he's a fool. And sometimes that may be fairly difficult. But the worst thing that you can do for him is to allow him to leave your presence thinking that he's intelligent. So every individual on this planet that does not believe in the God of creation worships the devil. Two forces. Two forces. And if there are two forces, that means that in everything that you consider, there are two options. As the princess said, there is miseducation and there is proper education. If these two forces are vying with one another, there are essential components in this struggle. There has to be satanic education, and there has to be divine education.
Yes, that's right.
Everything, there has to be two ways because these two forces are competing.
Yes, sir.
These two forces are at war against one another. The one force, Satan, he would inspire the people to seek after, to believe that they reach the ultimate after they die in death. He would cause the people to pursue death. God would cause the people to pursue life.
Yes, sir.
These two forces thrive in two diametrically opposing environments. How is it possible?
Come on.
How is it possible that the devil could exist and you not know him?
Come on.
Because the devil, even after he disguises himself, Yeshua said, but watch. They may tell you that I have planted an orange tree. And when they first plant the seed, there may be some doubt. Or an apple tree. But he said, keep watching.
Yes, sir. Come on.
He said, but keep watching, for if it's an orange tree, it's going to bear orange. He said, for by their fruit you shall know him. For when they plant the seed, it could be deceptive. They can tell you it's any kind of seed, but keep watching. For it is the objective of the devil. He has to yield evil fruit.
Come on. That's right.
They thrive in two diametrically opposing environments. Then is it possible for the Most High to tell you and to warn you against worshiping the devil and then conceal from you what worshiping the devil is? It wouldn't be relative, would it? First he tells you that if you worship the devil, you shall certainly perish. And then he conceals from you what worshiping the devil is.
Come on.
No. Because there can be no judgment until you make the wrong choice.
Yes, sir.
Then we use the term worship. Worship. Because, brother, to believe in God is one thing. Please listen to me. Come on. See, to believe in God makes you accountable for what you say. But to worship God is different. You see, to believe in God makes you accountable for what you say. But to worship God makes you accountable for what you do. See, that's why you got so many believers and so few worshipers. That's why he gave our people a religion that said, just believe. Just believe. But brothers and sisters, if you say that you believe, it doesn't require for you to what? You got to act like it. If you don't act like it, how do I know that you believe? If you believe in God, you got to act like it. And if you don't act like it, you don't believe. anything. But I will know if you believe, if you act like it. Do you believe that somebody believes in God and they don't act like it? These are the problems. These are. Everybody is walking around saying they believe in God, and nobody is acting like it. And we are taken in by believing that they believe in God. At some point, we've got to make them understand you do not believe in God. It's not always easy. But it's not always easy. Come on. But I want to go back and give you a scenario of a family. A brother and a sister, husband and wife. And one day, Mary, she leaves John. And she returns home to Mom. And she comes in crying and weeping and mourning. And Mama said, Mary, what's wrong with you? She said, I left John. She said, why did you leave? She said, he don't love me no more. She said, how do you know? She said, he don't act like it. I mean, now you've been through this. She said, now if that woman knows when a man does not love her to leave him if he doesn't act like it, then how can the Creator expect less?
Yes, sir. Yes. Right. Go ahead, brother.
For she will say, I left him because he does not love me anymore. How do you know he doesn't act like it? A behavior. Then what about the Creator? All of those saying that they love him. But why did the Creator leave us when we turn our backs on him? Simply because you didn't act like it.
That's right.
But in this day and time, it's time to make up, to make reconciliation. The book of Hosea speaks of the Most High being married unto his people.
Yes, sir.
But he said he divorced them. He left them. Why did he leave them? He said they went a whoring around. Said they played the harlot.
That's right.
They wanted to be like Maui. They wanted to be like Lennon.
Yes.
They wanted to be like De Gaulle. They went a whoring around after all of the ungodly lifestyle.
Yes, sir.
Then it was time for reconciliation.
Yes.
Then John is thinking about Mary. Now all of you brethren have had this kind of experience, at least most of you. I want to use you as an example.
Yes, sir.
It's time now, and Mary's been gone for a long time. Days getting long, nights getting long. And all of a sudden one day you said, I want Mary back. And then what you do is you ponder all of the ways that you have. Because when you go to get Mary back, you got to say all of the right things and to convince Mary that you serious.
That's right, brother. No, that's right.
Now you know how it is, brethren.
That's right.
You're going to get her back. Then you get there to the house. You go in and she finally lets you in. Want to see what you got to say. And she look out and she said, you've been the biggest fool. You're right, honey.
Go ahead, brother.
Before she can even get it out. You go in, do you go in with your chest out or do you go in humble?
That's right.
When you go to get Mary back, you so humble, you so meek. I mean, a roach could almost crawl over.
Yes, sir. That's right.
I mean, you don't go talking big and bold. You go to convince Mary of what? If she say, how you been doing? John, been doing, baby, without you, I ain't been doing.
That's right.
How's your life? Life, without you, I ain't had no life. Now, brethren, now you all...
I know that's right. Go ahead. Go ahead, Robbie.
Because I'm talking about reconciliation now.
That's right.
I mean, you don't go with your chest stuck out. I mean, you go humble. You go confessing your mistakes, acknowledging your mistakes. Then she remembered that you had been whoring around. Then she asked, she said, but now, how do you feel about the whore? And you said, well, I want to come back, but how do you feel about the whore? I said, well, we still all right. Get out.
That's right. Go ahead.
Now, you're going to go and tell her that everything is you want her back, but everything is all right with you and the whore. Not relative, is it?
No, sir.
So when you go and she asks you about the whore, you got to tell her the whore. I left the whore. I forsook the whore. I don't never want to be with the whore again. I only want you, Mary.
That's right.
Now, read in Hosea, it says that the Creator left you. And it's time for reconciliation. Now, you got to consider how you went to marry. Because, you see, your problem is that you've been going before the Creator acting like everything is all right.
That's right, brother.
You've been going before the Creator telling him the best thing that happened to me was in America. You've been going before the Creator acting like you've been doing good without him. And you've been going before the Creator and said, well, I want you back, but I still want to hold on to the whole. Now, if your woman wouldn't take you back, how do you expect your God to take you back and you are telling him you've been living good without him? Seems to me that the problem is you've got to convince the Creator, fathers, without you, ain't been no life, ain't been no good time, ain't been nothing but bad time. I'm ready to forsake the whole. If you just take me back, reconciliation, fall out on the floor, kick and crawl, holler, shout, all that you did before Mary, because you didn't mean to leave there without her that evening. Oh no, you meant to take her back home with you that evening. Then you got to now make up with the Creator. Why did he divorce you? Why did he leave you? Because your behavior, you stopped acting like you loved him. And now when it is time for reconciliation, you are trying to give the impression that everything is fine. This is how you go to make up. Things ain't been so bad without you, Father. Instead of trying to convince him that everything has been bad without you.
That's right.
We cannot, is it possible to live? Is it possible for an individual to live, experience life that does not believe in God? Question.
Go ahead.
Now listen to me. Is it possible for an individual that does not believe in God to experience life? Well, if he can, you don't need God.
That's right. All right.
I want to say that again because you've got to hear this. Is it possible for an individual that does not believe in the Most High to experience life? If an individual that does not believe in God can experience life, what will he need God for?
That's right.
Is it the ultimate life?
Yes, sir.
If an individual that does not believe in God can live, why should he turn unto God? He already has obtained the ultimate, which is life.
Yes, sir. Come on. Yeah.
Now, if you be truthful, then you will admit that an individual that does not believe in God cannot experience true life.
That's right.
Because if you admit that, then you are admitting that there are some individuals out there that don't believe in God. They got arms, legs, eyes, tongue, walking around, talking, working, but they're dead.
That's right, brother.